What's up, guys? QuarterHoarder here. You know, if you caught my video last week, at the end I mentioned I was going to Disney World for a week's vacation. My intentions were to bring a laptop with me and edit a brand new video for this week, but you know what? It just didn't happen. I was relaxing, I was enjoying myself. So this week, what I'm going to do is, if you saw the last 2 or 3 videos I put out, I'm going to put up all the clips that just didn't make the original cut. Now, I'm not saying you're going to see bottle caps and pull tabs. There were still really old coins, big silver, some crazy relics, but for time reasons just didn't make the original video. It's going to be an accumulation of Lynn's house, the woman that owned the 1740s Quaker house that had all the antiques inside and gave me a tour room by room by room, more incredible things from her yard, and then the 1801 schoolhouse where Paul found the Grand Army of the Republic Civil War badge, and I got the 1877 Carson City dime. More really cool stuff from that place as well. So next week I'll be back with a video at a brand new location, but this week will be the video of misfit clips. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and I will see you at the end. Later. All right, I got something cool here, guys. I'm always trying to find something really old that would impress Lynn. This isn't going to meet that criteria, but when I saw it, Doug, it was amazing. I'm going so slow with my machine because there's nails everywhere. And this was popping through, and when I pulled it out, I see this, and I thought, wow. I thought it was a piece of like a Coke can, but it's a sailboat. And when one wipe like this, I think it might be sterling, Doug. A giant sterling sailboat brooch. Because I could feel the pin in the back.
Yeah. Wow.
And if it's not, I mean, only sterling cleans up like this, Doug.
Yeah.
Seems like boats were the theme for today.
Oh yeah.
And hold on, let me see. I might have got right there. Look at that, Lynn. Because you
got
see
the
my
sterling
camera.
Mark.
Boom.
God.
Come on.
Yeah.
Who finds good stuff?
You do.
I thought it was a Coke can at first, and then I rubbed it, and I was like, wow, it looks like there's a flag on the top. It's a giant. Still, look, I'm going to hold up to Rich so you can see it's for scale. Look how big that is. Come on, Lynn. Now, that might not be old, but how cool is that?
Still got the flag
cool.
flying.
It's
Look
cool.
at that.
Right there, a big sterling.
I don't think it's old.
It's cool.
So it's probably 40 years old.
Yeah.
Oh, it's definitely not new.
No, I've
Yeah.
never seen it before, so it's not mine.
I'm going to spray it down, but I'm going to pass it around to everybody. We're going to get a good look at it. But, man, a big, giant chunk of sterling jewelry, Doug. How cool is that?
Beautiful. They're just all tricky. It's iron high to an iron high.
It is. You got to go so slow. All right, we cleaned off the sailboat. It's beautiful, Doug.
Yes, it is.
There it is, all cleaned up. And there's part of the wave underneath of it, like Rich said, in silver. You can see the deck, the mast, the flag at the top.
Flag here.
You can see some of the ropes holding up the sail. And on the back, Rich noticed it. It says Sterling Lang, L-A-N-G, who is the silver maker. We looked him up. We think it's from the 40s. And Doug thought he saw it said sterling up here too. That's weird that they would put it on there twice.
That's interesting.
But
what's very interesting is the pin is still intact.
yeah, the pin's still intact. It's not too rusted. It's not going to move, but
That pin doesn't have the safety catch on it, so I think it's older.
No, it does.
no, it
does
does.
it?
Yeah, right
It
there.
does?
It looks like.
Yep.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, right here.
It still looks kind of...
Where it slides over and
Yeah.
holds it in.
What it lacks in age, it makes up for in style, Doug.
Absolutely.
Kind of like you.
Yeah. Age and style.
Awesome piece there. I love it. The PA Pirate today is in like super detection mode. He's finding everything. And this must be like the 5th time I've come over to him. Oh, oh, it looked like it was a silver for a second.
Another Indian.
Oh, it's an old one.
65.
Yeah, 65. Let me come over this way.
And all that stuff. You know?
Yeah, that's nice, Paul. 1865.
Looks
Beautiful
like it's gonna be
date.
in great shape.
The date is gorgeous, and there's a lot of detail under that dirt. That'll clean up really well for you. Now, at this point, how many more Indians do you need for the set? Well, besides the 2 S's and the 77, yeah,
I need 4.
I'm going to guess that out of the ones you need are probably early 60s,
I
right?
think it's 270s and 260s.
Yeah. If it was a 77, I would have offered you to trade it for my seated dime because I need the 77.
And I would be all right, because that sounds like such a great trade.
I know you need the 77 seated dime, so
I don't.
I'm just trying to help you out. I just want to fulfill your dreams, Paul. Nice finding the Indian.
Yep.
Remember we were here last time, Doug, and I don't know if I showed it, but on the surface I found like a pastel colored old Christmas tree ornament. It was big.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really interesting. I left it. Lynn has those little piles all over the place. Well, when Rich was digging, he just found this, and he said, "Oh, my mom's going to love it." So Lynn came out, and I'm sure she's going to know what it is. 'Cause
That's
she's
a
amazing.
lot older than that thing you found.
Really?
Yeah. Well, you found the bulb.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, like a bulb, maybe from the 50s or
Yeah.
so.
This is probably late 1800s, German blown ornament, and the weird thing about it is it's very, very tiny. I can go in the house and get
I believe it.
They feel like they're gonna break in your hand.
box
It's how-
of-
how thin.
This
I
was
have a box
blown?
of them. Yeah, it's blown, hand blown in Germany, and they're normally
The top rim is uneven. You can see.
Yeah, you can see
Yeah.
that that's where the.
Wow.
they might have been for the feather trees, the little tiny ones.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this just popped out of a hole you were digging, right, Rich?
Yeah.
Some of the things that come out ancillarily with our metal thing
Yeah.
are some of the coolest things we
They're as
found.
Interesting is what you're detecting.
And why it's out here is,
Sometimes that's the biggest mystery, why
Yeah.
things are where they are. But
and it's glass and it's not broken.
all right, Doug, in true fashion, Lynn came in with a
Here
box
comes the box.
of the old ornaments from the 18. These are all German, I'm
They're
guessing.
German, and they can be like late 1800s to very early 19. Right here, that one. It's like
Oh yeah.
Rich found, and then
Now this does. It feels like air, like I'm holding cotton candy.
so how is that still not broken?
Yeah.
It
I'm
kinda
afraid to
feels like
even-
it's filled with dirt, which may have helped.
Yep.
Oh, I see some down there too. Rich, where's the one you? Oh, you put it on the well.
It's inside on my
Oh,
box.
inside. Okay.
Oh. This is a small one.
Really?
So that one is really.
No, I mean,
improved.
would you? His would almost like you wouldn't even notice it on the
know.
tree. It was so small.
That's why I think.
I'm going to put this down for a second, just so I
I
don't.
think it was for a feather tree, which is they made little trees out of feathers.
Really?
And
Oh, so not your regular old Christmas tree.
no.
And it would sit on a table or something
Yes.
as
Hey, let me see it, Rich, compared to
I mean, this
these.
is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And that's a small one.
So yeah, that's a small one for
It's the
Lynn
same
in her
shape.
collection.
Look at that.
1800s. These are all German. I'm sorry.
Yeah, German blown. It can go into the early 1900s, but still 100 years old.
Look at them all. Amazing.
I mean, just talk about.
Oh wow. So while he was making this, I guess the guy pushed in while the glass was warm. Is
Yeah.
that?
There's little
in there, but I don't
sort
know
of.
if
I mean,
that's-
I have. There's other colors inside too. You know, the reds. And
Sure. Well, you're digging through Christmas stuff in the attic, so you're probably
Yeah,
like,
I
"Where is it?
know.
Where is it?"
I had to go up into the loft to find it.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Well, more amazing stuff with everything we find. I almost love your mom's better examples more than the find itself.
It usually
But that little example is really sweet. This is a sweet little heart.
I got like a little bumpy hobnail type pattern.
Yeah, hobnail.
Did I get it right?
Yeah.
Well, awesome stuff yet again for the 10,000th time, Doug.
yeah, there is no end to all the awesomeness.
I got a good find here, Joe. This was coming up like in the mid-teens on the equine oaks, and I dug down about 4 inches. I pulled this out. I didn't know what it was. I started rubbing it, and I think there might be writing on it. Joe's right. It's a bale seal, and there is writing on it. Oh man. Yeah, it's lead. Let me brush this down and come right back, but it looks like an old bale seal, and I want to see what it says. All right, there it is, and I'm not even sure if this is a bale seal now. You can see in the middle it says patent, and then it has a year of 1855, and the bottom it looks like it says Baltimore. But I'm gonna have to clean it up a little bit better to make sure. Now, bale seals, or bag seals as some people call them, were used to seal up bags of grain or bolts of fabric, and they would have markings on them so you'd know where it came from, that the weight was accurate, kind of like a quality control thing. So to find one with a date is really cool, but why it would have a patent information on it, I'm not sure. But to find a date on it is awesome. The white patina lets me know it's really old, and I love it. It's a super cool find. Let's put it in the bag for now and go try to find some more cool stuff. All right, Rich has something. He found it about a good 20 minutes ago, Doug, but I was inside just looking at some of Lynn's antiques, So he's been patiently waiting for me.
We were hoping you'd spend the rest of the day in there so we could
Well, I
find all
love
the
it in
good
there.
stuff.
How often do you see stuff in such nice shape? You know, usually it's all mutilated when we find it.
I
But
think
let's see what he's got here.
I think this is another piece of it right here that's broken, but from what I can see, I think it's a toy ship.
A toy ship?
Yeah.
Yeah, it went down like the Titanic.
Oh, I do. You think these are the smokestacks?
Yeah.
I think I see what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Wow.
ship.
It's definitely a.
Well, who the heck sees that little bump out and calls toy ship in the ground? It's a heck of an idea there, Rich. I think you were right.
It's got a set of wheels. It looks like.
What?
It's an amphibian.
I wonder if that's
Oh, yeah.
like a Tootsie. Yeah.
I'm hoping it is. That's what.
The Tootsies would be a unibody like that with no
With no
undercarriage.
bottom on it, and
Yeah.
the imprint of Tootsie inside.
And here's this is a piece of definitely a piece that broke off.
I didn't know they made a boat.
I didn't either.
And that's what it sure looks like. It looks like an old steamboat. Not a steamboat, you know, like a whatever you call that.
You wanna
Ocean
brush-
liner, yeah.
brush-
Well, I
up
guess
a
it
little
would have
bit,
been
maybe.
steam, probably.
Yeah, maybe.
You want to brush it up a bit?
We are.
and
We're going to
see
brush it down. We're going to look for a marking.
Oh,
And so,
you're connected.
it's a tethered one. It's a tethered one. Doug wants to be really close to you. All right, I'm going to let you brush it off camera because that might get embarrassing, and we'll be back in a second.
Might pull his pants down.
Yeah. Well, I've got my
All right, Rich cleaned up his Tootsie. This is the broken part where you can see some of the windows off this old ship.
They're portholes.
Portholes, thank you. And he cleaned out the inside and, yeah, right, that's perfect,
Yeah.
Doug. You can see Tootsie right up there at the top. Now, I had no idea that the Tootsie made, I think Lynn's right, like an ocean liner, you know, with these two big steam things. How long have ocean liners been around? Because I would think this toy's probably from like the 50s.
Yeah, well, you
Well,
know,
it's
the Titanic was 1912.
That's true. You think, oh, how cool would it be if this was a Titanic
Replica.
replica?
That'd be just half of it.
Yeah, it must have hit an iceberg.
The other half.
I was trying.
This is the 1940s edition of the Titanic. It was,
They all
it
suck.
was sold like this in the package. Well, hey, that's a good find, Rich. Awesome old piece of kids'
Yeah,
toy
Let's see if
memorabilia.
they moved the deck chairs around.
Awesome. Hey, good find, man.
Thanks.
Way to go.
That's cool.
All right, Joe's got something, and Paul's got a good signal. I swung over too. 16, 17, what you're saying on this machine could be an Indian.
Indian's been coming up low, so it might be an Indian.
All right, well, while Paul's digging that Indian, Joe had a good find out in the field, and this might be one of the oldest finds of the day, Joe.
Pewter spoonball.
Yeah, a pewter spoonball, and it's a massive one too. I mean, my fingers, I've got big giant man fingers, don't I, Joe?
Yes, sir.
And this is 4 man fingers wide. But no, a nice pewter spoon. And I read an article that they stopped making pewter flatware in like the 18 teens because that's when they started realizing you'll get lead poisoning from the pewter.
Yes.
There was a Colonial House out there, and Paul may or may not be on his find.
Thank you, sir.
There's your spoon. Nicely done there, Joe.
So I'm not sure. I know it's really green. Oh.
Oh. Do you see anything on it, Paul?
It wasn't a giveaway streamer. The one side looks like you might be able to get something.
Might be like the KG.
Yeah, I'm thinking KG too.
Yeah.
You see something, Joe?
Nah.
Oh.
Well,
It looks like the diameter of a KG.
the other,
Yeah, it does.
that side
Or
looks like
three.
you might be able to get something with the flashlight.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the flashlight out and we'll brush it down a little bit more. But hey, good find, man.
Good job,
Let's
buddy.
see if we can maybe get lucky and get an ID on it. Well, we tried to clean up Paul's copper, and even with the flashlight, which is usually our best hope, can't see nothing. Totally slick both sides, Charlie. They're still talking about the ring he got me with. Well, you got a copper, Paul, but it is, I can almost see a little bit. I'm with you. I think it's probably a KG2 just based on its diameter, but zero detail.
Till
But
next time.
hey, good find then, man. Well done.
Thanks.
All right, dog tag Doug. Now, I'm not going to say this was a find necessarily. Sometimes we find interesting things and we just kind of yell it out to each other. Oh, I found a wheat penny. I found this. So Doug nonchalantly just yelled out he found an old underwear button. But the cool thing about it is Lynn overheard you say, I found an underwear button. So what do you think she did?
Beeline into the house to get her box of them.
You know it, Doug.
It's a smaller box.
Oh my, and you said these are bone?
They're bone, yeah.
All of them are bone? Now Doug's is plastic.
No.
No, this is
bone.
bone.
Doug's is bone?
Yeah.
Really?
Tell.
Yep, they're made out of
I never would have thought yours was bone.
carved bone. They're 1800s.
Wow, and all these are bone.
Yeah. Well, there's a couple in here that are
Probably
Bake
made
light
from
or whatever,
whale
but-
bone
Wow. I never would
back
have
in
thought
the
that,
day when
Doug.
they were hunting
maybe
for
cow bone.
But
Cow
still,
bone?
Probably
still.
cow bone, yeah.
the cow bone connected to the
Ooh, look
underwear.
at this one. Look at the size of the holes on that one. Like it's just.
Wow.
I never would have thought. I just assumed they were. I thought maybe like a bake light or an early plastic.
No, because these are earlier than the Bakelite was.
Yeah.
Not. That one's like tortoise shell or
That's
something.
a hell of
but
a.
yeah.
That had to be. Who was that? That cartoon character that wore the diaper all the time.
Talking about
Dog Tag Doug?
It's one of my.
that giant rooster,
Yeah, something.
foghorn
Like
leghorn,
that. No. It's
Baby Huey.
Baby Huey.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
That's incredible. And you know what, Doug? Even
I
the
hate when a joke just doesn't flow.
even the container that these things are in, I think is cool. It says like Oriental mixture. It just looks like an old tin.
It's a
Yeah.
tobacco. I gotta see.
Wow,
It's tobacco.
that's old.
Yeah.
It says.
What's it say? What town in North Carolina?
Factory something, 2nd District of Virginia at Richmond. It doesn't say the town. The
It's
notice of this
tobacco.
tobacco complied with the requirements, yada, yada, yada.
That's cool. That tin is cool.
Yeah.
Leave it
Well,
to Lynn. to
Awesome,
come up with a
Lynn,
box
yet
of-
again. I mean, I've yet to find something that she hasn't come
I
out.
wish she'd come out with a box of Oreos.
I know. You got to find one in the ground first. You got to find one in the ground, Doug. You know I'm not used to this machine, Paul. Do you remember what I asked you about 2 minutes ago?
When do we?
Paul, yeah, when do we?
I said, is an 11.12 a nickel? And Paul said, it's usually 13. 11.12 could be a shield nickel, he said. So I come over, I'm like, well, it sounds good. I dig down about 4 or 5 inches. What do you think I got, Doug?
Shield nickel.
And a nice one. Look at this, Paul.
all green.
I put it under
my
my shovel. Look at that, right out of the ground.
Wow, that is.
I can see the 5er on there. Can you see it, Joe?
That is nice.
Yeah.
Yes, I
I
can.
can see it from up here.
I didn't clean the back yet. But right there, I saw that beautiful 5.
Oh, yeah.
This is the first 11-12 signal I've gotten all day. And you know what I said to myself? I said, you know, Doug always seems to get a lot of nickels because he digs those weird nickel signals.
11, 12.
I'm going to chase one. And this, when it cleans up, is going to be my nicest shield nickel I ever got. Let me give it a brush down and
What's the
we'll
other
take a look
side?
at
What
it.
year are shield nickels?
65.
65
Around
to...
Civil War.
All right, I cleaned up my shield nickel. The guys are walking off now because we might be in a little hot spot up near the road on this hill. Paul's button and my shield nickel back to back, so everyone's in search mode. But here's my nickel. There's the front with all the stars around there. And here's the reverse, which would have the date under the shield. And I was talking up how nice condition this is, but you can't really clean a nickel real well in the field. And I should be able to clean off this front more to expose, you know, even more detail off the front. I don't have a lot of shield nickels. It's kind of an elusive coin for me. I think I have maybe 3 or 4 lifetime. And believe it or not, this is the nicest one I've gotten out of the ground. So hopefully after a little cleaning, this will be my nicest one in the display case too. But awesome find, love it.
Jump high.
All right, Rich has something. Now, Doug, I already snuck a peek at it.
Yeah.
I was coming to get you because I'm not sure what it is. So I thought maybe between you and I together, we'd both not know what it is.
Okay.
If you look at it, Doug, do you see these things sticking up?
Yeah.
They look like reeds, don't they? Like,
Well, I don't know about reeds.
but it's circular shape. So, I mean, my first impression was it must have made some sort of music or played some sort of a sound.
Yeah, I'm thinking it came from a music box. of some sort.
But see, so maybe these aren't reeds. I would think these are reeds, and it would need some sort of air or something that would vibrate these to make a sound. But you're thinking that's not the case?
I'm thinking that's not the case.
So you think this was a music box that just turned,
Yeah.
and somehow these things,
Were plucked.
They were plucked, like a juice harp.
it's actually called a mouth harp now, Doug, you
Well,
racist.
Okay, I'm sorry. Juice. Juice.
Oh, okay. Like O.J. Simpson, the juice. Someone mailed me one of those mouth harps. I tried it. I almost choked to death.
Did you dig here?
I did.
Doug doesn't even care about this. He's already digging. But Rich, I don't
Go
know.
for it, because I couldn't.
I don't know. I'm going to go with Doug's guess because I don't have a better one. I've just never seen anything like it, and I do think it's music or sound related, but
I agree.
interesting find. I've just never seen one quite like
I'll let
it.
you know if I find out.
If you do, yeah, keep me on your radar there. All right, dog tag Doug's got himself a good signal. It's an 1112, which was the same number as my shield nickel. Let me hit it with mine, Doug. Where was it?
Right there.
Right there.
And I dug a buffalo earlier with that same signal. So
Well, you're right. I'm going to rotate on it. Well, it's small and it is an 1112, so I agree. Pinpoint that, and we're going to do a little live dig and hope Doug gets something good out of it. Dun, 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 dun. Didn't you always want theme music, Doug, when you dig? Dun, 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 dun. All right, here we go.
I guarantee it's open up for down the center.
All right,
Let's see.
let's see what we get over here.
It's still in the hole.
All right, let's see if he hears with the pinpointer. Oh, he does. Let's see.
Right there.
It's getting dark. Not quite dark, but the sun's just casting shadows.
It's better than casting aspersions. Ooh, it's a ring.
Oh, it is a ring.
Looks like an old wedding band.
Yeah, it's a copper ring. I don't know if it's a ring for a finger or like a ring for a fitting. Looks like it would be a ring for a finger.
Yeah, woman's a cheap husband buys her cheap copper ring.
Well, back then they might not have a lot of money.
Well, that's true.
I mean, we just.
Today, I don't have a lot of money.
That's true. That's true. Would you buy your wife a copper ring?
Are you kidding? Not if I wanted to remain alive.
You should give her this one and renew your vows.
Yeah. I'll see you in the next life.
Well, hey, we'll clean up a little bit. I don't know how much it's going to clean up in the field, but I think you might be right. I think it might be a little copper ring,
Yeah,
a little,
well,
little show of love.
At least it was nickel size.
Yep. So here you go, Doug. If you put your hand out, I'll put it right on your pinky because.
With this ring.
Yep, ivy dig. All right, Rich has something interesting in the ivy. Now, I thought he said don't get your hopes up, but I like interesting things, Rich.
I think it says
Put my light on it.
Radiator Corporation. OS series.
Huh. I'm going to have to Google it and see if we can figure out what it's off of. OS series, United States Radiator Corporation. I don't know. I think it's cool. It goes in the cool book for me.
I bet you you're right. It's probably a car radiator.
Well, I'm just guessing, but it's an interesting find nonetheless. Still in the back. This is just an amazing place of finds, Doug.
I think we could spend the rest of our lives here if Lynn would let us.
That could be fun.
Doug said he got a coin.
And it looks like an Indian or a Native American now.
Yes, I see it. I see it.
Is it really?
Yep. Let's see if I can. It's not in the greatest shape right now. You can see his nose and his chin. Can you see him, Lynn?
Yeah.
It's facing towards the tip of my finger. And if we flip it, you'll see the 1 cent in the middle.
Yeah.
And the wreath going around it. Way to go, Doug. Now, was that a coming in clear or did the nails mask it?
No. This area seems to be devoid of the rusty stuff. But you do have to go slow.
Yeah, I'm going to brush it down if you don't mind, just see if we can get a date off of it.
No, I wish you would.
All right, let's take a
Save
quick
me the
look at
trouble.
it. All right, there's Doug's Indian. I cleaned it up. I could only make out the 1.9, and then it starts to fade, Doug.
Yeah.
And I did look, if it's an 8 or 9S, that would be a rare one. I did clean up the back, and there is no mint mark. And I realized why Doug said, yeah, I can clean it, because while I was cleaning it, he already started digging another hole, and he's off. So he's like, yeah, you do it. But a great find, Doug.
Method to my madness.
Well done. It's still 100-some years old. Congratulations. Nice find. Awesome.
Terrific.
Wow, this is going to be a loud little clip here. But Paul said he's got something good. On the walk over here, Doug was digging a hole. Hang on, Paul, because Doug got an interesting pocket knife, and it's complete.
Nice shape.
Yep, it's one of those Victorinoxes, I believe.
Should have the name right there.
Yeah, it's a little dirty, but it's complete. But Paul, hold that, Doug.
Thank you.
Oh, and Charlie got a porcelain doorknob.
You
So
had it on porcelain.
There's the receiving plug in the middle.
Yes, porcelain mode.
Well, there's no doubt about it. We're near the house with some of these 9s. And I came over because Paul yelled that he might have a coin. So let's take a look. The sun's getting in a weird spot, so I'm having a hard time seeing.
Cent size.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's either a half cent or a modern quarter.
That looks like what's her name on the back?
Sally Struthers.
Sally Rescue.
I've been watching a lot of All in the
Sally
Family
Struthers
reruns.
never looked that good.
See, 18.0.
Oh,
It's a drape bus. It's a drape bus then.
Drape
It's
bus
18.
half cent.
Half cent.
Boom, buddy.
Wow, that's in pretty
You know, it's
shape.
not a bad idea hanging near this road here.
Nice job, Harold.
This road was used.
Thanks,
This road was used for 250, 300 years. my nicest King George I found a foot in from the road up the street.
Oh,
here.
I can kind of see the classic heads.
You see it?
Well, not a whole lot, but I can see a bust facing
see the
to
date?
the left.
Yeah. 18. What's it? 09.
All right, there's Paul's coin, and it is a classic head. I think it's 1809,
Bring your shovel over this out.
which is, you can almost see half cent in the middle. And put that in my hand, Paul. We thought it was, well, I thought it was a quarter, because you can see how the half cents are about quarter size, slightly smaller than a quarter, where a large cent is more like $half size. And ironic is we just got a classic head half cent like 2 weeks ago too. So we're really
Well, that was a large set.
no, I got the 18.
Oh, yeah.
So we're doing pretty well with this half cent, and imagine back then, Paul, being able to buy something with a half of a penny.
That's
I just
nice.
yeah, I just think that's really cool. So hopefully that'll clean up and give you better detail, but at least we got an ID.
Thank
Nice
you.
find. Well done, sir.
Thanks.
Way to go, Paul.
So there it is, guys. I told you we found cool stuff. My personal favorite find might have been the sterling silver sailboat brooch. And a funny story, when I got home, I gave it to my wife. I said, put your hand out and close your eyes. Try to guess what it is, but squeeze gently. And she must have misheard me, because she squeezed it like she was cracking a walnut open and broke my sailboat into 2 pieces. But that's okay. I super glued it back together. It's almost brand new, and most likely I'll dig another one in another 40 years or so. But tune in next week. New spot, new finds, new people, more amazing things come out of the ground. I'm guaranteeing you're gonna love it. It's the Hobby of Champions. Otherwise, thanks for watching, everybody. Happy hunting. I'll see you in the next one. Later.